Vintage JBL is going on a road trip. First I'm going to Brooklyn to see Eric and then Bob in New Haven, Connecticut.
Well, we're all in the cosmic movie, you know that. So you better have some good incidents happening in there.
Vintage JBL presents Nipper in Chaos in Connecticut.
Run that dog, man!
Hello everyone, John here with Vintage JBL, and I have an amazing video today. It is a music room tour from a friend of mine, Bob, up in the East Coast near New Haven, Connecticut, and I went to visit him about 2 weeks ago to bring him something that he requested from me. So make sure you watch the video because at the end I feature what I brought to him, and I think you're going to love it. If you're a JBL fan, this is a must see. But this is also a must see because this room is incredible. The way he has it set up, it was actually built as an addition to his house to be a music room. He has the main theme in the room is going to be vintage JBL and vintage Marantz. Now, a lot of the gear is available for sale. He is downsizing a little bit. I think he has 2 or 3 pairs, maybe 4 pairs of L300s. He has 2 or 3 L100s and 2 or 3 Sansui 9090. All of this equipment has been completely restored inside and out, cosmetically and electronically. If you want some worry-free equipment at a real good price, contact me, vintagejbl75@gmail.com, and I will put you in touch with Bob. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit that subscription button. And after watching the video, if you like it, hit the like button. I'm also giving away a pair of custom-made JBL L100 speaker stands. Go to my website, vintagejbl.com, and send me a message. And in that message, put your name, a way to contact you, and write subscribed/stands. And in 30 days, I'm going to pick one person and send them to you. If you have a pair of L100s, here's a chance to get some really nice stands that are not only going to make your speakers look better where they're positioned, but sound better because it has a 7-degree tilt, and that line of sight from the tweeter and the mid-range is going to be right to your ear. It makes a huge difference in sound, so check it out. I'm going to start with the turntable and that Marantz and the Beatles figurines on top. So let's just talk about that.
Sure. I'm a big fan of Denon. I think it's one of the best turntables in the vintage market. Easy to use, easy to fix. I use Dynavector moving coil cartridges, either the 10x5, 10x5.2, or the 20x5s. And the Marantz are all totally refurbished. I like the black face. I know a lot of people are into the silver face, but the black face to me just has that really rich look.
And what is the difference between this Marantz and the one over here?
This Marantz is a 2-channel stereo receiver. Okay. This has quad, so it's 2 times
quad.
forward.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So what's the model number on that?
That's the 4400.
Okay.
Yep. The one thing is with this 4400, I have this controller which is a Marantz. This is like finding hen's teeth.
Wow.
So this controller controls this, and it does the volume and the fade, the loudness. But it's an old time, this is real old time.
So it has the toggle switch for the front and rear speakers?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember that back then.
Yeah. So that's, and it works great. But again, it's just something that, if I didn't have it, it wouldn't mean I wouldn't listen to the music.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to move over to the center here, and I want to talk about this phenomenal looking turntable.
Yeah,
So-
this turntable is a Pion. I bought it probably 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and I kind of hot rodded it. Bought some TTW add-ons here with the tone arm and the bass, the isolation bass, and it just sounds really good. I use an Ortofon Credenza Red, which is a really, really altogether good moving coil cartridge, and it works really well. And the controller is down here, TTW controller. Again, it's just something that I've kept forever and just never thought about selling it.
All right, I want to briefly talk about this centerpiece here, and this looks like a more modern stereo system.
It is. It's esoteric. It's Japanese. I'm a big Japanese fan, so it really, to me, is part of the Japanese family. Just the evolution of the Japanese stuff.
Okay.
It's esoteric. It's not super high end or crazy expensive, but it does sound good. It is a little bit more clinical, and when it warms up, it gets that musical thing. But the vintage stuff, I probably listen to more.
Okay, all right. And, I noticed that the theme in here, besides the JBL speakers that we're going to talk about, is another Marantz.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see the Marantz on the top is definitely vintage, and it's,
Yes.
it's 2330.
Yes, that's
Okay.
a 2330.
And it looks a little different than other Marantzes I've seen.
It is. This has a European faceplate on it, which is black, which is really rare. And
And that's original?
the plate I put on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the black would be the European style.
Okay. All right.
And this is a 2330, not the B. This
Okay.
is the one that came right after the Marantz 2325.
Okay.
Kind of the predecessor. Has a lot of the same musical qualities that the 2325 has.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is really rare. They didn't make a lot of these.
Okay.
So great, again, a really great receiver. Just a little different, and this has a Magasker ebony case on it.
And you had that done, not by me, obviously, but by somebody out here
Yeah,
in
local.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And below it looks like a modern Marantz. What is that?
That's the 30N. It's a streamer, super audio CD player.
Okay.
I'm kind of old-fashioned. CDs, super audio CDs, vinyl. I do a little bit of streaming, but not that.
You like physical media?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to tell me about this one and what's your intent with this?
This one I'm selling to you.
And it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, I cannot wait to get that home.
Yeah.
This is another 2330.
330. Yeah.
Okay.
Really, you listened to it last night.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
I
loved it.
it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we got another Marantz over here.
Right.
Okay.
And this is a 2325 with a Magasker ebony case.
Now, I want to talk about this turntable because
Yeah.
I'm kind of partial to these.
Yeah, I know you are.
All right, what is it?
That is a Thorns TD 146. This turntable I bought new from a place called Alma's Hi-Fi in Michigan, which is no longer there.
Okay, so you this is from your what, college day or
Yeah,
early?
right after college.
Okay,
right.
all right.
So it was right after college. I bought this. I bought the Tamberg TR2080, the Revox CD player, which is not a super audio CD player, but it is really one of the better CD players that have ever been built. I mean, look at that tray. I mean, it's all aluminum. There's no plastic. It's just a really great CD player. Works really well. And then I had this Nakamichi. Everybody had a tape deck back in the
Right.
late 70s and 80s. And this is a Nakamichi LX5. Everything still works. It's really a great, a great piece of equipment. I don't really listen to tapes too much, but it's sentimental. So.
Thing I want to talk about, there's a few things. How we met,
Okay.
why I'm here,
Okay.
all the way from Chicago, in your music room
Right.
here in Connecticut, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to start out with your love for vintage JBL speakers.
Yeah. I've probably sold 50 pair of JBL 100s. No exaggeration, probably about 50 pair. Right now I have 5 pair in this room, and 4 pair of them are for sale. 1 pair I'm not selling. We'll talk about that. But we met, and I'm not, we met in 2022.
22, I think it was.
Well,
It's
yeah.
possibly 23, but
I think it was 2022.
yeah, I think it's been 3 years now that we've known each other. Yeah, you know what? It was.
It was 2022.
Okay. And why? How did we meet? What did you initially contact me for? Do you remember?
I don't, because we've talked about so much stuff.
Okay.
I don't know what the initial.
It was not about JBL speakers. It was about speaker stands.
That's right. It was about speaker stands.
You contacted me because you seen my ad in Facebook Marketplace for
Right.
the speaker stands that I make.
Right.
And somehow you called me back because you didn't commit.
Yeah.
But then you contacted me again. You said, "Hey man, can you build a set of JBLs brand new and mirror them?"
Interesting story about those mirrored pair. They are now in a studio. My friend is using them right now in a studio.
Wow.
Because they're mirrored. In
Really?
a professional studio.
When I came here, I was looking around.
You were looking for
like,
them.
what in
Yeah.
the hell did he do with those speakers I made for him? But
Yeah.
that's where they're at.
That's where they're at right now,
Awesome.
being used. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. You have several. You said pair of L100s, right?
Yep.
Now you have a pair. I'm going to zoom into these up here. What are these up on the wall?
Oh, these are 4310s.
What's the deal with the 4310?
The 4310s were the studio version of the L100. They were the predecessor to the L100.
Okay. So
Fantastic monitor, and they're pretty rare. These are in really good shape, so I keep them. Won't sell them.
they're the OG, right?
They are.
Are they what started it all,
It is,
basically?
yeah.
Okay. And we know they're not the first JBLs, but
Right.
the iconic JBL. All right, you have a lot of pairs of this giant JBL speaker,
L300s.
the L300.
Yeah.
What is the deal with the? Why do you have? How many pairs are in here?
7. I started collecting them after I started collecting the L100s because I think the L100s are timeless, best bang for the buck, an incredible speaker. The L300s was the big daddy. And once I started collecting them and fixing them and doing work to them, getting the crossovers right, redoing the grills, redoing the glass tops, which is kind of my custom thing, I just became enthralled with them, how they sound. They have this really big presence. They, just a big presence, like JBL 100s on steroids. Most of the speakers, almost all of them, except for 1 pair, are the traditional walnut speaker, veneer. The glass tops are a smoked black mirror, which they used to clear glass with a felt bottom to kind of give it that black look.
Okay.
This is just a much more luxurious look. And the grill covers, they're all original grill covers,
All original.
but the fabric is from Huntley Audio.
Ah, okay.
Your friend.
Okay.
Well, the classic blue. This is, the orange. That was, that classic color for the JBL L100, which everybody kind of gravitates to, which is the foam, the orange foam. So I did blue, orange, red, green, white, and I have 3 pair of green actually, because or 2 pair of green. I really like that. And I have the classic black on the speakers that are over here.
And this is the black in front here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about the different veneers.
The veneer on these speakers was really tricky. This is a burl walnut. And these speakers were pretty beat up. They took a lot of work to get to this point. But it's just such a cool look. It's probably something that I'll never sell is this pair. But all the other pairs are for sale. I'd sell any other pairs except there's one other pair I won't sell.
Okay.
That's the Nelson Pass.
Okay. The pair with the white grill cover has the
Yeah.
Nelson Pass.
Right.
Do you think it's just a better idea to go with the Nelson Pass?
Well, the Nelson Pass gives you some options, bi-amping and everything, you know what I mean? So
okay.
you can drive the bass and you can drive the uppers with different, you know what I mean? The high end and the mid-range with the Nelson Pass is just a little bit more brilliant. It's, with that deep bass, they really sound good. I take nothing away from the other L100s. They sound amazing.
They're L300s.
Yeah, the L300s. They sound amazing. But this pair I bought from someone that did the Nelson Pass, and I got the original crossovers from it.
Okay.
So I rebuilt the original crossovers and I have them downstairs.
Well, a lot of these L300s are for sale.
Yeah.
I am going to promote that for you, and we're going to sell them as in partnership,
Yeah, sure.
because we're friends, and Bob's a customer of mine that became a friend.
Yeah.
I am we've been talking to each other on the phone for 3 years, from Chicago to Connecticut, and I finally met him this weekend. This is the second day of us together, and Bob has a beautiful family, beautiful daughter and wife, and just a crazy, unbelievably cool music room.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Now, I drove up here not just to meet you,
That's
right?
true.
I came up here with something that you requested.
When I was watching one of your videos that you sent to me, I don't even know if you posted it, but it was a video that you had made, and you were like, "Hey, what do you think of this, Bob? I'm going to do it." And you did something that's so iconic. You took the L100 and you gave it this incredible blue face. And this blue face is what their studio versions of all their studio speakers were. The 4 series, the 433As, the 4315s, the 4555s, or whatever, 35s. And that's their studio moniker, is that blue. And then I threw a monkey wrench in it. I said, let's do it in a burl walnut. And I said, you pick the finish. I said, I want you to pick the finish. And you said, okay, I'll pick the finish. And when you got here, we actually finished them here. Because you were like, look, we'll do the finish I want to do, but I want to make sure that you're happy with it. But just take a look at these. They're just amazing. I mean, they sound incredible with the crossovers you built for them, the Mondorf crossover system.
With the Fostex.
With the Fostex, yep.
L-pads, yes.
Yep, L-pads.
What else is different about these speakers?
Well, there's bracing inside.
Okay.
And there's also incredible jacks that you used in the back, which are not your, $9 jacks. They're, something really special, easy to work with, easy to attach. It's unbelievable.
Well, there's one more thing about these speakers that you didn't mention that are different.
What's that?
They're built brand new.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah. These are built from scratch.
Yes.
These aren't from a shell of some broken up pair of L100s. These are the exact dimensions of an L100 with custom bracing inside, the blue face with the original drivers, reconed woofers, but they were reconed with an incredible paper.
Right.
And I'm just, I'll never sell these, ever. They're never going to go to someone's studio to borrow. They're not leaving this room.
Okay, so the last thing, this is Bob's touch to these speakers. Go ahead and show everyone what you decided to buy as far as grill color.
Which is a very grayish white. And I just think it just sets it off, you know.
I think that is, the burl and the blue definitely make them unique.
Right.
But that cover, that foam cover and that color, I think is the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I have never seen, it's so striking looking when you walk in the room.
You can, yeah,
You,
your eyes
can't,
go
you almost
right
can't
to
take your eyes
yeah,
off of it.
Yeah.
And I keep looking at this speaker thinking, if anybody knew the hell I went through to make these.
I know what you went.
I've done several piers, and for some reason this pier just would not allow me to make them. I had to do it 3 times, okay, and we talked about this.
Yeah.
What do you rate them compared to any other L100s you had? Where do you put these?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for coming out,
It was
man.
a great interview, man. I had a great
thank
time. Hey, great food over here.
Thanks. You all right out here on the East Coast?
Coming here to Connecticut, I came all the way here for Dogtown. Driving back home right after I get done eating. Now I came here to see Pop. Help him with his speakers. Check out his hookah room. Delicious.